Hello everybody, welcome to another tutorial video. Today we will learn how to visualize the velocity data as a current rows, which is shown in this image here. In addition, we also will learn how to calculate the velocity direction from a given velocity component data. Alright, this is my Jupyter-notebook file. I already import the libraries and load the dataset. The library that we will use to plot the current rows is currentrose library. By default, this library is not installed in Conda. You can install the library using this command here. The dataset that I'm using here is the velocity component that I got from the oceanography numerical model. First two columns here are the velocity components, u and v, and the last column is the velocity magnitude. To plot a current rows, we need a velocity magnitude and a velocity direction. In a few cells here, I calculate the velocity direction. There are four conditions or cases when we are calculating the velocity direction. In the first case, both of our velocity components are positive value, which is illustrated as a red arrow in this image here. This blue arrow here is the velocity magnitude. To calculate the direction from the north axis, we use the inverse tangent of u velocity component divided by the v velocity component. In the second case, the u velocity component is positive and the v velocity component is a negative value. To calculate the direction of this velocity, first we calculate the angle of the velocity magnitude from horizontal axis by taking the inverse tangent of absolute v velocity component divided by the u velocity component. Then we add 90 degrees to get the velocity direction from the north axis. In the third case, the u velocity component and v velocity component are negative. Here again, we calculate the angle of the velocity magnitude from the south axis and then we add 180 to get the velocity direction from the north axis. In the last case, the u velocity component is a negative value and the v velocity component is a positive value. We first take the angle of the velocity magnitude from the west axis and then we add 270 degrees to get the velocity direction from the north axis. The final algorithm will look like this. We check both the velocity component first, whether they are positive or negative values. Then we calculate their direction. Alright, let us now go back to Jupyter-notebook. In this cell here, I check both of the velocity component are positive or negative value using the numpy sign function. Numpy sign function will return 1 if the input is a positive number and negative 1 if the input is a negative number. Finally, in this cell here, I calculate the velocity direction following the algorithm that I showed before. I use the u sign and v sign columns to check if the velocity component is a positive or negative value. Here I'm using the numpy.arctan function to get the angle. This function will return the angle in the radian. That is why we need to convert the radian into degrees using the numpy radian to degrees function. Once we get the velocity direction, then we add this information to our dataset and we are ready to plot the current rows. Plotting the current rows is very simple. First, we create an object using currentrose access from the currentrose library. Next, we plot the current rows using the dot bar function. The input here are the velocity direction, velocity magnitude. The norm variable here is to normalize the data. CMap is the color map and edge color is the edge color of the bar. Perfect, we are successfully plotting the current rows. The color here represents the velocity magnitude. This circle here represents the number of data in percent because we set the norm variable as a true. And the direction here means that the current or the velocity is moving into the north. If you want to download this Jupyter-notebook file, you can visit my GitHub repository. I already uploaded this file. The link is available in the video description. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something useful from this video. See you in the next tutorial video.